Mr. Kittle, you got some. That was a good question because when you look at the payroll numbers, you look at the growth of the government, especially within the IRS alone, it's staggering. And when is that going to change? It does have an impact on that. So anyway, good to have you here with us, Mr. Kittle. And the listeners, he would say, and we dialed, and I said, "Hey, it's Kittle," and he goes, "It's Mr. Kittle to you." So we're going to honor that. You're such a good friend. You're such a good friend. I appreciate you so much, David. Your perspective, what is TMC seeing out there as far as production and members doing well? You guys are continuing to grow in membership. That's some good news with TMC.
Yeah, look, membership's up as far as the lender side, and we're adding a couple of preferred partners. We're going to launch some seminars on a white label we're doing internally on a secondary platform here in the next couple of weeks. Be excited to say that towards the end of the month.
Good.
Somebody new we're bringing on for our members to be able to trade MSRs individually. And
excited. I'm really excited about Melissa Langdell coming on. She is really someone that's really exciting to talk to. And it gives you hope for the future when we look at the upcoming leadership like Melissa.
Yeah, big win for us. And she's settling in, doing great things for us. Happy to have her. But I was interested in, quote, MBA when I can. And you look at their chart today, and I thought it's positive news. That you got residential construction spending up for the first time in a year and a half, almost 2 years. Not a lot, but it's ticking the right way. And even with interest rates we just heard are up, from what I'm hearing out there, people, whether they like it or not, are settled into what the rates are. And I was talking to Alice, we both were before we came on, and she made a great point. If you're in a company that has a positive outlook, and you're growing, acquiring loan officers or acquiring other companies, then right now you're doing okay. You're not losing money, you're almost making money. And production can be up. So I think it's all about attitude and mindset. I predicted on this show, I guess a year and a half ago, that at some point as rates rose that we would get into an ARM market. That's where we are. So if you think rates are going to settle back at some point, go sell the adjustable rate mortgage. You could always refinance out of it if rates fall. So I would get a relationship with a local bank, a local lender, or somebody, and go back and learn what an index and a margin is, and learn how to sell an adjustable rate mortgage and start selling 3- and 5-year ARMs.
Yes. Yep. It's a product everyone needs to get back into. Attitude is everything. That's what Bill, we were talking, the interview that we did with David Hopper with Leader One, is he talked about the mindset that it's just so necessary to have. That came also when we were doing the pre-interview. We were getting on to talking with Bill Cosgrove. It's so much about leadership. And I ask anyone who is a leader that's listening to this podcast, how are you leading right now? And surround yourself with people that don't ignore the facts, but are looking at it in a way that is bringing about hope and challenging them to grow and get out and do things. I'm really excited about some of the interviews we got coming up, Mr. Kittle. We've got some good ones coming up, and it's people that are making money in this time, making money and actually growing volume.
Somebody's buying a house someplace, aren't they, Dave?
Yeah, and what is it? It's going to be around a $1.5 trillion market. Granted, it's off from the ridiculous highs that we had, but still, $1.5 to $2 trillion this year is what we're going to be doing. That's a lot of volume, and granted, it's way off for our overall industry capacity. We don't ignore the facts here, but what we look at and who we're bringing on the future interviews are those that are finding the opportunities in this current market. And you're always talking about those, Mr. Kittle, and I appreciate you being here.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
You bet. Let us get over to. By the way, if you want to email Mr. Kittle, you could do David, or it's D Kittle. We should use your TM. I was going to give your TMS email address, but what is your? I don't have your email written down here, right? Collaborative email.
D Kittle at mtgcop.com.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Thank you, David. Appreciate it much.